Hello, Gemini. This is Billie Joe with the Moon Goddess 114433. Bringing you your astrological horoscope tarot reading for January the 15th through the 31st. Now, I do intend for all my readings and videos to be timeless. So if you do happen to catch this video and it resonates and it's after, say it's maybe, you know, later on in the year or something. If it resonates, then take it as it resonates and take what you're meant to take. Because I do believe that whenever you watch this, it is intended for you to watch. Okay. I was going to do these astrological horoscope tarot readings once a week, but I've decided to do them bi-monthly. So that way, and it's only because of my connection errors and my issues with getting videos uploaded. Also, you may have noticed this probably says that it was done live. I actually did it live, but private or unlisted. So that way, after it gets published onto YouTube, then I edit it to public. That's only because of the uploading issues. Okay, so Gemini, what is your overall energy for this time period? Spirit, please help us with the overall energy for this time period for Gemini. I have sad embrace, peaks of joy, and commitment. Okay, wow. Gemini, that's a wow. So with sad embrace, what I'm getting with this card is there's many of you that have gone through, y'all have grieved or something that you've lost, someone that you've lost, either a breakup, or maybe some of you, I'm getting that some of you have even grieved the death of a loved one. You've gone through this process, okay? And I feel like for some of you, you've been going through this process for a while. You're still working through this loss that you've endured. For some of you, it's a relationship that you have regrets about, okay? But now you're bursting through the clouds, you're bursting through, and you're coming out of that sadness, out of that grief, out of that loneliness, and you're springing forth with joy and happiness, and I'm feeling a lot of optimism. And I'm getting that with the commitment card, it has to do with, you have all these hearts, and the commitment card itself, it's like telling me that this is a transformation, mostly having to do with your emotional state, your love life, and your romance. Now, in these readings, I try to take a look at, a lot of different aspects for you, but your overall energy has to do with your emotions and your love life and coming out of sadness into joy, and it has to do with the commitment and the love and the generosity of you and whoever your counterpart is. So this is going to resonate with some of you on a very deep level, and then with some of you, they're probably not going to resonate at all. So just take what fits and throw out the rest. Okay, Gemini, let's look and see what is going on with your career, with your job or your schooling, whether you're in high school or you're in college, or you have a regular job that you're just there. It's like what pays the bills. And then for some of you, you have actual careers that actually feeds your passion. So whatever position you find yourself, just take what resonates, throw out the rest, and help it resonate to your own situation. So you do have the Judgment card. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, I have one more card, please. And the Two of Wands. So for some of you, this commitment and this joy and this happiness that we have from your overall energy has to do with your love life. I mean, not your love life, I'm sorry, with your career life. There's been a resurrection, so to speak, a new commitment, a new resurrection in your career or schooling, a reignition of your passion and your drive. Maybe in the past you had fallen asleep and your focus, and now you're being revitalized, renewed. And it has to do with this Ace of Pentacles. So some of you, I feel like, have actually been offered like a raise or a new path in your career that's actually going to bring you more fulfillment. You may have been offered a new position or a promotion or a raise, but it's something that's helping you feel more energized about your job. And this position, this raise, whatever it is that's being offered, with the Queen of Pentacles, I see that you're going to be very prosperous. You're going to be very good at this. You're going to do very well. And then you have the Two of Wands, which is basically telling me there's going to be an understanding between you and either some co-workers or your employers, the people that you work for, the people you maybe go to school with, or maybe professors. There's going to be new understanding. There's going to be new, it's like, a new like meshing between you and those in higher position. Like they're coming in, they want to offer you this. See him offering this lady the world? Well, what they're offering you is these pentacles, this prosperity and this abundance. And this has revitalized your whole, yeah, you're getting excited about this. Spirit, let's please see what's going on in Gemini's love life. Spirit, what's going on with Gemini in their love life? So you have the Six of Swords. So in this relationship, if you're in a relationship, whoever the feminine energy is taking the lead. You have the Five of Coins. So you're coming out of, because the Six of Swords is movement, and you're coming out of a sense of lack, a sense of Ten of Wands. You're coming out of a sense of being burdened. Some of you, unfortunately, some of you are moving into that. And then you have the Two of Coins. Some of you, I'm getting, are moving into burdens because you're going to be triggered. But this is going to actually be a good thing because it's going to balance the scales. Whatever you get triggered and whatever you triggered, you have to heal. And whatever you're healing, I think maybe it's a sense of lack and unworthiness. And it's a sense of burdening other people, feeling like you're burdened to other people, and maybe other people burden you. All this, you're moving into healing those things. Some of you are moving into that, and some of you are actually moving out of it. Because you have to come into balance. And this is with your emotional, romantic state. So, but since the overall energy was commitment and happiness and coming out of grief and loneliness. I'm getting that you're moving out of these things that maybe in the past you've felt unworthy. You felt like you wasn't good enough. Maybe you felt like you was a burden to other people, and you're coming out of that. You've put a lot of hard work into your healing, and you're starting to come into balance. And now there's a new offering with this Page of Cups. There's a new offering love coming with the Queen of Swords. So your new offer of love is going to be with someone that is going to be balanced to you, is going to be intellectually balanced, intellectually, your communication is going to be good. Everything's going to go well. Also, the Queen of Swords can represent someone who's an air sign, which you're an air sign. So but let's go ahead and start looking at what are you actually starting to incorporate in your life at this time? What aspects are you using to adjust to life better, adjust to the 3D world? What aspects and characteristics are helping you at this time? You have imagination. It says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. And then you also have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So what I'm getting with these two together is you're starting to step out of your comfort zone to grow and to accept different things and people and places. I felt to go ahead and pull this one too. You have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So not only are you stepping out of your comfort zone, but you're starting to try to accept and see people from their point of view, from their situations. And it takes a lot of your own imagination to do this. It takes your creativity to a whole new level. So let's take a look at what are some of your blockages that you're healing and you're working on at this time. So you have Judgment, the Judgment card. And you have the 8 of Wands. So, Gemini. With the Judgment card, I'm getting that some of your blockages is wanting to see the best in everything. You want to see the positive and the best in everything. And this is a good thing, but it also can be a blockage. Because if you fail to, if you just want to see the light and focus the light on everybody and everything, and you don't acknowledge any, like, the red flags or anything, then you can get taken advantage of. And because with the 8 of Wands, what you see is, she's like covered in all this white light, but she transforms into like a werewolf. So she has darkness. And if you refuse to acknowledge, the angel has their back to this card. So she refuses to acknowledge the darkness within other situations and other people. And that is sometimes a blockage for you. You get taken advantage of. So let's see what the shamanic healing oracle cards have to say. We have transformation. So you're going through a transformation. You're healing. You're being triggered. Things from your past that are affecting your present. Things from your present that will affect your future. You are transforming and healing all these blockages, things that's hurt you in the past. You're healing programming and ideas that aren't really your own, and you're starting to step and transform into the butterfly. You're starting to transform into your truth of who you really are. And then for your thumbnail, I had picked a Rumi Oracle card. And for you, we have the dissolving light. For those of you that like to focus on the numbers, this is the number 3. I'm going to read this to you. It says, I died as mineral and became a plant. I died as plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything? When was I ever less by dying? Rumi. It says, there is a light so intense, so powerful that nothing other than itself, its own truth, can exist in its presence. It is the sacred seed, the star of your being, lit up from within. It is the light that never goes out. It is the light that is so powerful, it is beyond duality of light and dark, cannot ever be extinguished or diminished, and quite simply, beyond all logic, is. Certainly no lie or deception, no boundary or defense can remain intact in its presence. The blazing divinity of this light scars through any pretense, annihilates illusions, and takes us into stark experience of divine truth. It is gentleness, and yet it cannot be overcome. It is enduring power, and yet is tender. This oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come, and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you, igniting within your deepest being, so that it may have its way with you. The divine wishes to live through you and into the world, reaching into the hearts of many and igniting those hearts into greater life. It is a clever and insatiable lover. It will stop at nothing until the entire human race is restored to the wild divine freedom of ecstatic divine reunion, completely and utterly ignited in love. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you always remember to always just take what resonates, and throughout the rest, we don't force it to fit. And so I hope you enjoy this. Don't forget that I do have my Twin Flame readings on special for $20. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.